excited to be in a turbo fit, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are inside the infamous Fit GD3.
Let's get rowdy.
That's what I want to hear. This thing's like literally a go-kart. It just sounds so good. It definitely moves a lot quicker than mine. That was just like a quarter throttle. What I like about this exhaust tone and everything is that you can just cruise like we are now, and it's not super droney or anything, and it sounds good. You're not gonna get bothered by cops. But if you do want to and be a little rowdy, you can. And those are my favorite exhaust setups, is the ones that if you want to be rowdy, you definitely can. What is your future plans with this car? Like, do you have anything else that you're looking to do, or are we done?
The goal is to go big boost. I do have another engine that I'm working on building. I've already built the head.
Yeah.
I'm working on building the bottom end.
Nice.
And we'll turn up the boost. Double digits.
Double digits. You'll be there soon.
Yeah.
You'll be there soon. Once the motor is built, I'm assuming you can push up to what, 300-ish?
Yeah, I've seen one other build, and they are pushing roughly 360-ish to the wheels.
That's insane in one of these things.
Stock motor.
That's insane. Stock motor?
L15.
Oh wow. Yeah. He's definitely pushing those limits. Second gear. Dude, this thing's moving. God damn. Yo, crazy. What a difference. What a difference. And I can compare mine. Mine is not that fast. But what a difference from like a stock motor. I know it's turbo, but you're only running 4 pounds of boost. That for 150 feels fast. Been in cars that have been 150 horsepower and they're slow, right? But that is fast for 150 horsepower. And it's just the way the power is delivered. You know, it's exciting. Yeah, that turbo screaming, and you know, the car's light, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, the turbo's small, so there's very little lag. The power to weight ratio, it's just a perfect combination for this car.
Another question for you is transmission. Is it stock?
The transmission is stock. I do have LSD in here.
Oh, that's good. Cool.
No one-wheel peel Honda.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Huge difference. And one thing people don't do a lot of is think about LSD. They put all this power into the car, and then you just literally just spinning for days. So, you know, what LSD is it?
It's a Coifi.
Nice. And then aside from that, the transmission is all stock.
Is all stock.
And could you mess around with gearing ratios in this car?
There are guys out there that do custom ratio. There is a final drive as well for this car. So that will eventually come once I put more boost to the car.
And do you know if these cars, like, I know the motors obviously can't handle more than maybe like 10 pounds, like you said before. How about the transmissions? Are they weak in these cars? Like, we know K-Series have tendencies for being weaker. How about these transmissions?
I honestly don't know. I'm gonna find out.
I think this car all around is probably perfect. Like, you've done it all. You've checked most of, like, I would say all the boxes. I know transmission, motor stock, but you're not having issues with them, so why mess with it?
That's
right?
it.
We're sitting in these 8th Gen SI seats that hug you in really nicely. To anyone watching, these are actually going to go in my Honda Fit too. I just haven't put them in yet because life.
That's
right?
it.
You know? I got a very important question now. You ready?
Sure.
Are we tracking this?
Maybe.
Because what you just did there is equivalent to doing it on a track, right? If you can do that there, you can do it on a track.
The goal for this turned into it becoming a show car.
Yep.
I do have a bug that I want to take it to a track
Like
just to get a feel.
like an open lapping day. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be competition.
Exactly.
But an open lapping day would be super fun, right? Because like what we just achieved in the roads of Mexico there is quite similar to what we would be doing if we were at the track.
I have a few more things that I want to get done, and then yeah, I think I would have at least 1 or 2 track days just to really see what this
And
car
it would be
can
pretty
do.
cool if you did around like the September mark where it got a little cooler. At least you know you're not going to suffer any heating issues or anything like that, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're going to, but because it's a boosted application, there's tendencies of that happening. This car is fun. You can take it to the track. You can make it sound like this. It's just so good.
Let's go chase down an NSX.
It is so good. What a dope NSX. Look at that. What's up, dude? Dope car. He doesn't look too happy.
No, he doesn't look too happy.
We're just trying to be like nice guy.
Beautiful.
All right. I don't know why he had to be so miserable. You own an NSX. Why do you look so miserable? We just want to say nice car.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone else in this area that is, how am I gonna word this, is as heavily invested into their Honda Fit as you?
There are a couple of guys. Well, there's a few OGs out there. I only know of one other Turbo Fit
Yep.
in Ontario at least, and he's the one who sold me the kit.
See, there you go.
So it's, when it comes to performance in these cars, it's a niche little group right now, but I think it's starting to pick up.
I was about to say that, and to work off that, I think the Honda Fits are, I know people are going to hate me for saying this, are going to be the new EKEGs, because what in the 2006-7 era and up are anywhere close to being like a Honda, like an EG or an EK? There's nothing. It's this.
You got it.
These things are light, they are nimble, they're stiff suspension, they handle great, and with a little bit of boost, you can make this thing sound absolutely beautiful. It's so good. It's so good. I absolutely love it. It's, I think, the perfect amount of power right now for a good weekend car, right? It's, dude, you'll surprise a lot of people in these things. I think you're gonna give, like, you know, K series guys a run for their money, like 8th gen, 9th gens. You'll give them a run for the money in this thing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've given a few of them a run for their money already.
Have
so,
you? In the streets of Mexico.
That's it.
For a 2007, this thing's handling like it's a car from, you know, this day and era.
Suspension wise, it's the coilovers and the shims, and honestly, that's it.
Wow.
That's all it took. I mean, I do have other things, like my fuel system's completely done. I've got RDX injectors, all that stuff. Right?
Okay, so very cool. I think that's one thing we actually didn't touch is
the
fueling on this car. So you said it's RDX injectors?
Yeah, RDX injectors.
And do they fit right in, or is there some like modding?
Nope, completely plug and play.
Wow. Just pigtails, I'm assuming, have to be changed.
You got it.
So the pigtails, and then you've done your whole fuel system. Did you run lines from all the way back, or is it just fuel pump, OE lines, and then RDX injectors?
Yeah, fuel pump. So I've got a Dutchworks 300 in here.
Nice.
Stock fuel lines, fuel rail at the moment.
Yeah.
But I do have all of the parts for a big upgrade, so it's coming soon.
That's one. That's probably definitely recommended once you start going bigger power. But I think, do you find that the stock system is cutting out at all, or like it's enough fuel?
I did have some problems with it. I think the stock fuel regulator, it was just old. It couldn't keep up with the demand, and eventually just stayed open because I was getting a lot of fuel cut. Okay. But it's all stock still. I just replaced it, and it appears to be working just fine.
There you go. That is absolutely cool. So I think we've covered all the bases. Now my question to you guys: are you guys buying a Honda Fit?